evolution with startups. Roxanne, you've seen this movie.
I have.
Tell us what we're going to do right and tell us what we're going to do wrong. How do you advise the people in this room, and we're going to be politically incorrect, how do you change some of your VCs off the board at the right time? How do you make sure that board scales with you? How do you teach the young CEO how to do that without getting his investors uptight? And how do you also teach him, here's what works at a given stage that will fail otherwise?
Well, obviously, early stage, you're going to get your investors, right? An early stage. That's who your board members are. But then, as you start to think about evolving the company, you need those independent directors to come on the board, right? Yeah. And so you've got to start bringing them on the board at the right time. I think that if I think about George Kurtz at CrowdStrike, George evolved his board very well, and he did it over time. But he was always in the goal in mind that I'm going to one day be a public company, so I want to start acting like a public company sooner than I am a public company. And so he started to evolve his board a little bit more quickly than some others have in the past, I think. But I think that's a really, you got to think about how you're timing your stage, when you can add value. When can these independent members add value? Bringing on people that can add, like I talked about earlier, that have specific skills that can help you build the company that you don't have, and that can help advise you on how to build that business going forward. And then as you get closer to being an IPO, like I typically don't join companies that are going to go public until about a year before they're going to go public. And typically the reason for that is I think that's when I add the most value. Right? Maybe 18 months, but it's getting them ready and thinking through all the things that they need to do to be a public company and making sure that all that's in place before we go public. That's something that's really critical to me. And so I think thinking about when these people can add value to you, I think first stage is VC, then you're bringing in independents that help you build the business, that really can help you build the various elements that need to be built, and then bringing on people that have more broader experience that can help you be a successful public company. So I think there's those three stages, I think, that I kind of see, John.